Obviously, the game plan that we discussed worked out very well. So I'm happy that our antis are still working, and that we're working together very well, even on an international stage.
All right, cool. And then, of course, the big question is that you guys were the second ones to pick from the draw, I guess, of teams that you wanted to play against. And you spoke about this in the press conference as well, that you guys had your eyes set on Foot. But this might have been before Foot took down Lev. So I just wanted to ask, did that in any way affect your sort of decision to continue sticking with Foot as your number one option coming into this playoff stage?
Yeah. Actually, they were not our number one option. Our number one. You want me to look at the camera, brother? Not eeiu. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'll look at the camera. But our number one option was supposed to be G2. It wasn't supposed to be Foot. Honestly, we were gonna pick G2 if we were first pick.
Okay.
So yeah. But since we couldn't get first picks and PRX picked G2, we thought that Foot had the second best veto against our team, and like the way they played the game, honestly, like. My coach said during the press conference really wasn't that impressive for us, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was mostly a lot of the thinking going into it.
I see. You guys also spoke during the press conference, but could you elaborate a little bit when you say, like, did you expect this kind of scoreline coming into this series? That did you expect you to just stomp them 2 maps in a row, or did you maybe expect a bit more fight?
I think we always expect to do very well. Honestly, I mean, we all knew we were going to win this match. Honestly, I don't think any of us thought it was going to be a super close match. We definitely thought we'd win in a pretty convincing manner. I guess we didn't think it'd be convincing, honestly, but yeah, I guess they didn't really show up that much today, honestly, and we showed up very much. So we were definitely playing like we to our standard, honestly, even better sometimes.
Awesome. Okay, so. Obviously, coming in as the first seed for a region, there's the biggest drawback and concern for most teams, which is that you'd be sort of cold starting into an important tournament. You'd be coming in, you'd be skipping an entire stage. Did you see that as a disadvantage personally?
I don't think any of us were really thinking about it too much. Obviously, people were talking about it, like other people, not our team, like talking about the Coldstarts. And yeah, like I said, we didn't really talk about it too much. It wasn't really a thing that was on the forefront of our mind. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's as much of a disadvantage as people think. Obviously, it is nice to start and play some matches, honestly. Mm-hmm. I think it is a little bit of a disadvantage, but I don't think it's as much as people think, for sure.
Did you guys do anything to offset that? Offset this sort of the cold start? Like, did you guys warm up maybe with extra scrims coming into it?
No, we didn't do any warm-up scrims. We just treated it as if it was any other match, honestly.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. My colleague asked this during the press conference as well, but I sort of wanted to get your deeper thoughts on it. Given the core of you, Asuna, and Cryo, you've been together since the end of 2022 when this roster was sort of assembled, when partnership started. What's sort of been the biggest game changer having Boostio and eeiu and obviously Zikz coming in to the roster, and you sort of see this return to form that we've not really seen you guys in since probably 2022 Red Bull tournament?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Oh, sorry. Given that the core of you, Asuna, and Cryo, you've been together since late 2022 when partnership formed. Yeah. What's been the biggest game changer having Boostio and eeiu and Zikz, obviously, coming into the roster and seeing you guys return to this form?
I would say the biggest game changer, honestly, is just Boostio and Zikz gave us a lot of individual confidence to make our own plays and to play the game the way we want to play, take the fights that we want to take, take risks when we feel like we want to take risks, not even if we need to. Is honestly, if you feel like you can and you feel confident in the risk that you're taking, you should just take it. These kind of things are things that they brought and they've been preaching, honestly, ever since they've joined the team. So, and it's a lot of how I think has a lot to do with the success of EG last year as well. So, honestly, yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. And obviously, he's just an insane player. So we brought him in, and we knew he would just hold his own for sure because he's just that good.
I see. And then, obviously, I think one of the biggest differences is that we see you guys, as you touched on just now, you have a lot more confidence. The whole team looks a lot more confident when you guys are taking fights, when you guys are executing as a team. I wanted to talk a little bit on sort of the snowball effect. We touched on this during the Foot conference, where sort of in Valorant, it feels like the games go really quickly when one team has a lot of confidence. You sort of just snowball leads incredibly quickly. Do you think, first of all, do you think your team is a team that capitalizes on this extremely well because of this confidence? And also, how do you capitalize on it?
Yeah, I definitely think that we're a team that if we get the momentum, it's really hard to stop us. Honestly, I think everyone just gets more and more confident, and more and more rounds we get, and we feel more comfortable to play the way we want to play. And if we know what we're doing is working, we're not going to change. We're going to just make sure everyone's just still taking risks. Everyone's still playing the way they want to play. And yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, honestly. Just if we get more rounds, we just feel more confident with every round we get.
Awesome. I also wanted to ask on your experience, because this is obviously your first match of Shanghai. So what's been your experience like playing on stage in front of a Chinese crowd? First time in China, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It's a great feeling, honestly. I love the Chinese crowd. I love the Chinese fans, honestly. They've been great. Yeah, I like the area. I like the food. I like everything I've been experiencing ever since I've been here. So it's been a lot of fun, honestly, being in China.
Cool. I wanted to quickly touch on the game a little bit as well. I've noticed that over the last couple of games, you guys have picked Icebox, and Icebox has quickly become one of your strongest maps. You took down Loud in quite a similar fashion to today as well. I think it was 13-4 back in America's playoffs. What is it about this map that works so well for you guys?
I think that we just have we have a good system on the map, honestly. I don't want to give away too much about what the system is, but the system works really well for our team. I think just like every other map that we're good on, we are very comfortable taking our own fights at our own risks, and everyone knows what their role is on the map.
Yep.
So I think it's just honestly the biggest thing is the understanding of what everyone's role is, and everyone plays their role like perfectly because we're just that comfortable on it. So yeah.
I see. Same question for Bind as well, because Bind is a map that I think I've seen more than one comebacks from you guys on that map, and again, extremely comfortable looking from you guys.
Yeah, Bind's definitely one of those maps that we have gone down back. Honestly, we gotten really good on it, and we understand I feel like we're at a point on the map where nothing surprises us really, unless a team runs a really, really random comp. We've played against a lot of comps and scrims and in matches. So we have a lot of reps on everything that we've done on the map. Nothing really surprises us. Like I said, everything is. If something happens in the round where we had a disadvantage, or something like that, someone lost a fight, everyone understands exactly what to do. Especially if we get stopped by util, anything like that, we all have our protocols pretty much down perfectly. Honestly, that's why it feels like so comfortable for us.
I see. Okay. I want to ask a theoretical question. If, for example, next year you don't have access to Boostio anymore, if he goes to another team, do you think this impact remains on this roster with the remaining players? Without Boostio, without eeiu, and without Zikz, do you think you guys would regress, or do you guys think you would keep the same progress and continue going forward?
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in the offseason or next year. Yeah, like you said, depending, we might not be together, we might not be playing with each other, but honestly, yeah, I think it's going to have a lasting impact. I think we've always had this skill level, and I think we just know now what we need to do in order to make it shine and make each one of us shine individually and just in the team. I definitely think that we'll all individually carry this level of play, honestly, into our other teams wherever we end up. Honestly, depends. Maybe we stay together, maybe not. We'll see.
Fantastic. I think you guys touched on this during the press conference as well, but Fnatic versus Gen.G, do you guys have a preference or which team you'd rather face? You personally?
Me personally, I just kind of want to play Fnatic. I just don't want them to get eliminated. Okay. I want to play against them at some point in this event because I've played them before and they kind of steamrolled us. So I want to get another match against them before. Yeah. I think I'd prefer to play against. I mean, if I wanted to win the match, I'd probably prefer to play against Gen.G. But honestly, just me personally, I want to play against Fnatic again.
Do you? What do you mean by that? Do you think you match up better stylistically against Gen.G as a team?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, all right.
We're definitely better stylistically.
All right. That's all my questions. Thank you very much, Bang, for your time, and best of luck in your next games as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.